Okay, so today we are going to try something a little bit different. We're going to try taking two drastically different cameras and see if we can't make them look similar and decent together. Now, one of them is a Nikon D3300 DSLR, whereas the other one is an Akaso EK7000 action cam. Now, if you're not familiar with either one of these, they are very, very different. The Nikon, the DSLR, has a lot of features that you can adjust as far as getting the right color, the right brightness, and stuff like that, whereas the action cam does not. So that's the key difference. Is the color is going to be kind of tricky to do, but all of that adjustment on that is fairly easy. Now, the action cam does pick up more crispness, more dark outlines and stuff like that. So that could be a major problem. But I think we can denoise it and kind of smooth the edges and the details and stuff like that fairly well. That's the hope anyway. But the main goal of this is so that I can record at one time a close-up as well as a wider shot. Now, I am cheating a little bit because I'm doing this on a green screen, and therefore it's going to be a little bit different, just because of the fact that my body is really the only thing that's going to show the difference between the cameras. Now, for the close-up shot, of course, the background has to be resized. It has to actually be expanded out a little bit, and it has to be blurred up a little bit to give a good depth of field, versus the wide shot where you're going to see more of the background, and it's not going to be as blurred because there's less depth of field because you are capturing more of everything. Like I said, hopefully I can switch back and forth between the two, and it looks pretty good. You don't see a whole lot of difference. I mean, obviously there is going to be some difference between the two. That's just the nature of the beast. But hopefully it's not to the point where it's obviously was recorded on a different camera and stuff like that. Now, both of these shots are being filmed at 1080p, right around 60 frames per second, so that should help kind of keep everything kind of cohesive. But it's kind of a game changer because, like I said, I can record everything at once and then say, okay, do I want to go close in or do I want to go wide? What do I want to do? And if you're seeing this test, then obviously it means that I thought it was decent enough to share with others. I'd like to know what you think. Can you really tell the difference? Can you tell which camera was which? Or is it just kind of, or do they match up to the point where it doesn't really break your suspension of disbelief that that the close-up is more of a focus on the individual, whereas the wide shot is kind of, you're paying attention to the individual that's talking or the individual that's moving, but obviously your attention isn't narrowed down that tight. So we're going to try it and see how things turn out.